Welcome back to Briggs on Books, our international talk show where we talk to authors from all over the world about their books, about their lives, about their inspirations. See, how did they get a book published in the first place? All of us are trying to do the same thing. If you're ready for your next book, check this one out. There it is over there. Pitchfork Ranch, Restoring the Pitchfork Ranch. I love nonfiction. I almost only read nonfiction. I love historical types of stuff. So we have the book, and also we have the author here. Let me see if I can find him. There he is. Whoops, lost him. His name is A.Thomas Cole. Tom, welcome.
Good morning.
Restoring the Pitchfork Ranch. Now, you're retired. You retired, and you bought the ranch after that?
Yes, we bought the ranch in 2003 and moved here in 2004 and began the restoration in 2005.
Yeah. And what do you mean by restoration?
Well, we have a cienega on this ranch, which is a kind of southwest water course that's not many people know what they are. We didn't even know when we bought the place, but there were many hundreds, if not thousands, in the southwest before Spanish arrival, and up to 95% of cienega habitat has been destroyed. So we're restoring this habitat.
Now,
and we do that
I'm not catching the word. Cienega? Say it again.
Yeah, it's Cienaga, cienega.
Cienega.
Some people think it means 100 waters, but it's really derivative of the Spanish word of silt. But it's slow-moving water. They usually, historically, they occupied the toe of the mountain on one side to the toe of the mountain on the other, and they were only an inch deep. So they're slow-moving water. They're like a marsh, but there aren't many left. But this one has water, and we've installed grade control structures. And with climate breakdown, we have less water coming onto the ranch. We have wells that have gone dry, but we are capturing more water as a result of the grade control structures. So we're preserving the cienega.
Yeah, these pictures are great. I see exactly what you mean now by the pictures you've sent in. And were they drained or just naturally went away?
No, well, they were lost by a combination of things. The introduction of sheep by the Spanish, and then the cattle, and the elimination of beaver, absence of fire. That the first peoples used to burn this place about once every decade or so. So all those things have combined and agricultural recontouring, and they did that here. They pushed the water off to the side so they could grow plants in the valley, and that caused the cienega to insize. So, it's 8 to 10 feet deep, or at least it was when we started, and we've raised the bottom anywhere from 2 to 5 feet.
Now, so you retire, you buy this ranch. Now you're spending a lot of. This seems like hard work, Tom.
Well, it has been, and we don't do the work ourselves. We like to boast that we spent hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars on this, but 87% of the money is from grants, so it's public money. So we always say thank you to taxpayers for the help.
Besides the cienega, what about animals that might?
Oh, well, we have bear, lion, elk, deer, coatimundi. We have lots of rattlesnakes. Fox. So it's a rich habitat, and frankly, if you have water and no hunting, these guys catch on, and they come. And so now we've got animals here that we didn't have in the past because it's safe.
Yeah. How big is this area?
So, well, the ranch the area, we're in a 56 square mile watershed. The Pitchfork Ranch is 11,000 acres.
11,000 acres. Oh my goodness. Well, I had pictured you're restoring a home or something, but you're restoring the land.
Yes. No. Well, we did restore this. The house that we live in was built in 1924, so it's an old ranch headquarters. We did restore it so it's livable, but we didn't change very much of anything. We tried to keep its historical character, but the restoration that we're talking about is the habitat. We've installed over 1,000 grade control structures, and there's a 9-mile reach of the 48-mile long Burro Cienega that passes through this ranch, and we've installed grade control structures in the incision that's here.
I've been so taken up just talking to you about the project, I forgot to mention the book. Here's the cover. Tell us about the book.
Well, we when we started the work here, we focused on endangered species, at-risk species, and just providing habitat. But as time went on, especially as climate breakdown became obvious to us, and then we learned that the work we were doing was actually helping with the climate breakdown because wet spots like cienagas capture 5 times more excess atmospheric carbon than forests and 500 times more than oceans. So we realized that what we were doing, people can do on any size land anywhere on the globe. So the book was written one to explain the climate crisis and two what each of us can do. I had one of the book reviews said they thought the book was mistitled because we use the Pitchfork Ranch and the work we're doing as a launch to talk about the climate crisis, but most of the book is really about the climate crisis. Only one or two or three chapters are about the Pitchfork Ranch and the work that we're doing.
So it's kind of an introductory. Now, a lot of us, including me myself, we don't know a lot about the climate crisis, but this would be a good place to start. I would imagine not just to understanding the crisis, but understanding some of the solutions.
Well, yeah, and the solutions are, of course, critical because that we have to get the atmospheric carbon down from 420 parts per million of carbon back down to 350. But it's also important to know how long the climate crisis or how long the problem of excess atmospheric carbon was known to the fossil fuel industry. And there were people talking about this back in 1830, not to mention 1950, that the fossil fuel industries all knew about this and kept it a secret.
Wow. Yeah. So it'll be a great entree for a lot of us. Also getting to hear the great story of the Pitchfork Ranch. By the way, we do have your website on the screen. What would we find there?
Well, you'll find there's about 6 or 8 different categories, and you'll find a survey of the ranch itself and the history of the ranch, which is a very interesting place. We had 11 settlers who established this ranch, and 2 of them were murdered. So this is the Old West,
Yeah.
Or it was the Old West. And then there's sections on restoration, and there's sections on the wildlife that's here, the insects that are here, the plants. The Gila Native Plant Society discovered a plant here previously unknown to science, the Euphorbia rayturneri, and we used to boast that this was the only place on the planet that you could find that plant until they found it at 2 other locations.
And tell me about the book now. Where can we find the book?
Well, the book's on Amazon. It's available from Arizona University of Arizona Press, who published the book. Actually, if you go to Google, I've been shocked. There's probably 25 or 30 different websites that have the book for sale, so it's easy to find.
Yeah.
And the price is $30. So I've seen it for sale for 140. So I don't know. There's a lot of options out there.
A lot of options out there. I'm not promoting any website, but man, I go to that Amazon, I click the button, and the book shows up the next day without any shipping charge. So fascinating. Now, I think this. My mom's from Arizona and New Mexico area, and her grandparents were from New Mexico. She's going to get this for Christmas. She'll love this. She'll love the stories, and she'll love learning about the climate issues. And for our viewers, go order this book. Don't order one. Click like 5 times. Order 5 of them and give them away. I love to do that. I'm always needing and wanting to give a gift when I go to someone's house or something, and this is an exciting book to me. Now, is the book illustrated? Are there pictures in there?
Yes. Well, there are 70, I think there are 40 photographs. And then a friend of mine is he's a wood engraver. So we have wood engravings at the front of each chapter, which are really wonderful pieces of art. And so they're connected. I gave him a topic and then he did a wood engraving. So there's 13 wood engravings plus 40 photographs, all of which but one are in color.
Yeah, a lot went into that book. Are there more photos on your website?
Yes,
Yeah.
tons of photos on the website.
And
Insects, birds.
Yeah. Will people want to get involved in what you're doing? Is there a way for people to get involved?
Well, the way to get involved is to join a restoration group where you live or do it on your own property. If people would go to the website, they can find instructions of how to create grade control structures, most of which are one rock dams. And the book contains 6 examples ranging anywhere from a rental house in Silver City to a 200,000 acre ranch in South New Mexico. So the same process can be done on any size property, and it can be done by hand.
Yeah. They, my producers are signaling me to get off the air because we've gone too long. But you're so fascinating. I could talk to you all day, Thomas. Any last thoughts for our viewers about your book or anything in the world you want to talk about?
I guess my last thought would be I'm quoting somebody else, but this is the most important moment in human history because our civilization is at risk because of climate breakdown. So everybody's got to take stock. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Author A. Thomas Cole. There's his website, Pitchfork Ranch NM is New Mexico. I can't say it, Pitchfork Ranch, New Mexico. And last of all, buy the book. We'll be back with another author right after this.